Okay, so I have definitive proof that YouTube is messing with my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I am Viva Frei, a Montreal litigator turned YouTuber. I have been making videos on the platform since 2014. My first viral video was of a squirrel stealing a GoPro and taking it up a tree. And when I say viral, I mean it was viral back in the day. It got something like 5 million views in a week. And that's when I discovered YouTube as a platform, and I started periodically posting random videos over the next 3 to 4 years. It's only been relatively recently that I've actually formally shifted to something of a theme of a channel, that being vlogs. VLAWGS, where I break down and analyze something legal that's going on in the world in terms that can be understood by lawyers and non-lawyers alike. So whereas previously I was doing random bad cooking videos, family vlogs, fishing stuff, I have recently really tried to focus on a niche, that being the vlog, and it requires that I tackle things that are going on in the news and often relates to politics. And although I tackle legal elements of what are otherwise political matters, I don't consider my channel to be a political channel per se. Per se seems like it might be inappropriate. I don't consider my channel to be a political channel, but I might be biased. That being said, and while I don't consider my channel to be a political channel in and of itself, I do appreciate that it could be considered a news channel, or something of a news channel. I did my best to break down and explain the Mueller report in non-political, non-partisan terms. I did my best to explain the Nicholas Sandmann lawsuit, to analyze the Washington Post motion to dismiss that lawsuit. I deal with things that are in the news, but from a legal perspective. So although I disagree, I do understand how YouTube might deem my channel to be a political and or news channel. And I do appreciate that YouTube has recently been trying to place greater emphasis on authoritative news, which presumably means deranking the non-authoritative news channels, which might include my channel. And I have noticed a bunch of chicanery over the last 8 months, which I have made several videos on. The first bit of chicanery that I noticed was random, spontaneous, and then systematic demonetization of my videos. Videos which I dare say objectively contain nothing remotely potentially inappropriate that could cause the video to be demonetized or deemed to be inappropriate for advertisers. But one video after another would keep getting demonetized. I would request a manual review, and all but 5 of the videos that I've ever done were approved after manual review. At one point I noticed that a video that was monetized for the longest time had been demonetized. It was then flagged as having violated YouTube's terms of service as relates to hate speech. It was then removed from the platform on the basis that it violated the terms of service, only to be reinstated to the platform and then remonetized afterwards, presumably after a human with a thinking brain actually looked at the video and determined that it was neither inappropriate nor did it violate any of YouTube's terms of service. Not only did I notice that videos were getting demonetized, but I noticed that videos were getting retroactively demonetized. Videos which had been monetized for sometimes upwards of 5 or 6 months were getting demonetized without any notification to me. I tweeted at YouTube a graphic of all of the videos that had been demonetized in the last month that were subsequently remonetized after manual review, asking them what was going on with my channel. I then noticed that after YouTube implemented the new policy where they would no longer have the real-time subscriber count and they would round it up or down, I noticed that right after they implemented that, my daily views dropped by roughly 50%. And I tweeted this at YouTube. I then noticed that YouTube was apparently deleting comments from my comment section. Now, I have already set my comment section to hold potentially inappropriate comments for review because I have way too many comments to possibly moderate on my own, and I don't want to get into trouble with YouTube. So I have already checked the box that allows YouTube to hold potentially inappropriate comments for review, and I do not ever get around to reviewing those comments because there are literally thousands of them. Notwithstanding that, I recently noticed that YouTube was in fact deleting comments from my comment section. I noticed this because I had a now former subscriber named Jeff accuse me of deleting his comment because I allegedly did not like the content of that comment. I never delete comments because I don't like the content of those comments, never without exception. And I tweeted at YouTube asking if they do in fact delete comments from the comment sections, notwithstanding the fact that the channel has already set the channel parameters to hold potentially inappropriate comments for review. Does YouTube actually delete comments from the comment section for whatever the reason? That's all I asked YouTube. I have yet to get an answer from YouTube as to whether or not they do in fact delete comments, despite the fact that they are not inappropriate to the point where they are initially held for review. No answer from YouTube. And let me tell you something, for a channel that prides itself on respecting everyone's freedom of speech, nothing damages someone's goodwill and reputation more than having people think that they delete comments because they don't like the substance of those comments. I leave up the most hurtful and insulting comments because I don't get to put a video up on the internet and then delete people's comments who criticize me. But if YouTube is doing it without me knowing it, that compromises my brand and goodwill on the platform. No response from YouTube. And most recently, I noticed that it was taking my videos an excessive amount of time to process on the platform. Not upload it to YouTube, but process once uploaded onto YouTube. I've never had this problem in 5 years on the platform, but I've noticed within the last month or so that it was taking my videos upwards of an hour to process on YouTube. So they would upload at whatever speed they would upload, and it would take upwards of an hour, sometimes more, for YouTube to process it so that it could be shareable. And I tweeted this out at YouTube the other day, asking if there's something going on, because I have been noticing that my videos have been taking an excessive amount of time to process on the platform, whereas I had never noticed this before. And their response was, nah, everything seems to be okay. So today, I'm uploading to my secondary channel, Viva Random. It's a totally non-political channel. It's for the stuff that I used to put on my main channel, but now that I have a theme on my main channel, I figure I shouldn't really mess with that niche that I'm working in. I uploaded a vlog of my day at a black walnut farm up in the Quebec region, which was totally beautiful. The file itself was close to 3 gigs, if not more. And I uploaded that video to my secondary channel. It uploaded in under 2 minutes because I had good connection, but it processed on YouTube in under 10 minutes. A 3 gig video processed on YouTube on my secondary channel in under 10 minutes, where just the other day, my Megamind vlog, which incidentally is still demonetized, took about an hour to process on YouTube, despite the fact that that video was barely 1 gig large. 1 gig in size. So what do I do today? I get definitive proof that YouTube is messing with my channel by, I think the term might be throttling the channel. That might not be the right term. I take that very same walnut vlog that took 10 minutes to process on my secondary channel, and I upload it on my main channel, and lo and behold, it took over 30 minutes for that video to process on my main channel. And here is the video evidence of that YouTube chicanery with my channel. All right, now I'm uploading a non-political video to my secondary channel, Viva Random, and we're gonna see if the processing of a non-political video on my secondary channel, which has never mentioned anything political or law related, is faster than on my main channel, where it's been taking upwards of an hour to process a video once it's uploaded. So we are 11:50 now, and I'm going to come back when the processing is done. What did you just say there, scientist wife?
I said it's not a controlled study if you didn't upload exactly the same size.
You're right, this
video.
file was 3 gigs, and the one that took an hour yesterday was 1 gig. This video took less than 10 minutes to process on my secondary channel that has no politics or legal stuff on it.
How many tag words did you use? Did you use the same number of tag words?
I haven't used any tag words, actually.
And yesterday's, did you?
I used a lot of tag words.
Okay.
That has nothing to do with processing.
There's a difference.
Oh shoot, she's right. All right, and here is the definitive evidence that YouTube is messing with my main channel. This is the very same file that I uploaded to my secondary channel, which I'm going to publish there because it's not really law related. I'm going to upload it to my main channel, and we're gonna see how long it takes to process this video. Walnuts version 3. Where do walnuts come from? And we're gonna see how long it takes to process. We'll come back when it's done uploading. What are you looking at? Okay, we'll come back when it's done uploading, and then we're gonna see what time it is when it starts processing and what time it is when it stops processing. All right, 2 seconds, uploading 99%, processing, and it is now, oops, right there, 3:14 on my main channel. Same video that took under 10 minutes on my secondary channel. We'll be right back when we see this. Here we go. Here we go, processing 95%. So we started at 3:14. It is now 3:41, and we're gonna wait for this to finish. I guess I'm just gonna hold this here. The kids now are on their 2nd episode of The Simpsons because I'm trying to keep them distracted while I do this. Mother is going to be very angry that they've watched multiple episodes of The Simpsons. Same title, no tags, 2 different channels, one that has never posted anything remotely political, even though on my main channel I think I'm just doing law and not politics. This same video took less than 10 minutes to process on YouTube. Upload is different than process. On my main channel, we're still waiting. It is a half an hour. It is a full half an hour right now of processing. There we go. 30 minutes to process the very same video on my main channel as on my secondary channel.
You know how your mom always said I would drive her to the nut farm?
All right, now back to my thoughts on why this is happening. And given the fact that I think the evidence is relatively clear-cut, the million-dollar question then becomes, why would YouTube do this? And here is my theory. YouTube treats my channel like a political news channel, and what is more important to news and politics oftentimes is timeliness. In the news, if you are late to a story, you potentially miss the story. Now, I really, genuinely and sincerely don't care anything about that. My vlogs do not have a shelf life that is measured in minutes. And to the extent that they are trying to prioritize authoritative news to the detriment of independent creators who operate in the news or political sphere, I can see how YouTube now wants to throttle, if that's the right word, or delay, or frustrate independent creators' ability to upload and publish news-related items in a timely manner. That's the only explanation I can come up with to explain the phenomenon. But one thing is for certain, phenomenon or phenomena? But one thing is for certain, the phenomenon is there, and I have definitive proof that YouTube is slowing the processing on my main channel compared to my secondary channel, my main channel being political news, vlogs, law-based stuff, and my secondary channel being not anything remotely similar to that. All right, that is my video for the day. If you like my content, be sure to like, share, subscribe, share my channel, obviously because YouTube is not, let's just say, recommending my videos and channel with the same frequency it once did, such that growth has sort of stagnated to some extent. So share my channel, it helps me grow, and it compensates for that which YouTube no longer offers to the independent content creators. And if you want some merch, I'll put a link in the comment section below and pin it, and now you know your vlog. Peace out. Booyah! Oh yeah, and one last way I think YouTube might be messing with my channel and presumably other content creators' channels. In the community tab, I periodically run polls and ask subscribers if they have noticed that they have been involuntarily unsubscribed or had the notification bell turned off, and a good 20% of the respondents say that they have. 20% of like over 1,000 people who voted say that they have been unknowingly or unwittingly unsubscribed or had the notification bell turned off. And that is 20% of the people who actually get the notification for that poll in the community tab. All right, that's it. That's really it. Peace out. Booyah.